Welcome to Morin podcast. I'm your host, Josh Morin, co-founder and vice president of Field Supplements, as well as sobriety, woke, business, and wellness coach. Morin delivers an array of content based on marketing, health and fitness, personal branding, and often goes down the rabbit hole of conspiracy, politics, and the truth. If you seek to better understand the inner workings of human performance, consciousness, business, and humanity, you have come to the right place. Thank you for tuning in and tagging along. Let's get today's podcast started. What's going on, everybody? It is a motivational Monday. The gyms are all of the gyms are officially open here in the Phoenix Valley, and I'm fired up, I'm pumped up, but I wasn't like this a few hours ago, and I'll tell you why. This is episode number 28. Thank you for tuning in, as always. I love and appreciate every single one of you as we continue on this journey of More in the Know podcast. I've received some phenomenal feedback from everyone, and I want to keep the gains train rolling, baby. Let's get this consciousness to spread. Let's give this positivity, this love, this light, and this good energy to spread across each and every single person that you know. So I'm incredibly grateful for everybody sharing this content and spreading the love, man. That's what this is all about, and I'm here to support you and on your journey as well. So why did I not feel too good this morning? I don't know, man. I woke up this morning. I didn't feel too well. I had a really bad stomach ache. I'm never sick. I never get sick. I never feel bad, really. I'm always fairly healthy. I'm always feeling good, energetic, and healthy. But for some reason, maybe it was because I had a cheat meal this weekend. Had a cheat meal and I had some ice cream. So maybe that really kind of had a delay effect because it didn't hit me right after I had the ice cream. But maybe that was the case. Maybe that was what was going on. And I feel that, man, I felt this whole morning I was about to puke. My gut was just churning. I wasn't feeling good. And I felt like, man, Monday is going to be a tough one for me. And, of course, I had to schedule my Monday to be a leg day because I wanted to hit legs the first day back at EOS Fitness because, got some new variety of machines. It's been about 8 weeks since I've had the opportunity to be able to get down on some of the equipment at a corporate facility, at a corporate gym. I'm very grateful for Buff Boy. Shout out to Greg over at Buff Boy Athletics to opening up his gym and then great hospitality that he's had for us to be able to work out and train at. So thank you, Greg, for all of your great hospitality. If you weren't so far away, I would definitely make that I would make that a staple in my my workout routine. So thank you for that. So I was feeling bad. I was feeling like I was going to puke today during my workout, and it definitely took some intestinal fortitude. And I had to dig deep and find that will within myself, and especially on leg day. And if you guys have followed along on my leg days, or if you've trained legs with me, you do know that I don't train legs like a wimp. I definitely get up and get rolling, and you better have it strapped up and ready to rock and roll if you're going to train legs with me, and that's how it's supposed to be. So that brings me in today's content. So let's get today's message delivered. And it's this, and I was going to say something like really negative. I found myself being negative in this space where I saw so many people complaining about the gyms not being open. And I feel like, man, these home workouts aren't just the same or are just not the same. And I agree. I absolutely understand that home workouts are just not the same as hitting the weights at a corporate facility or at the gym. I get it. I totally understand. But I'm trying to understand better why it was really frustrating to me. Not frustrating, but it was firing me up a little bit because people would just complain and complain and complain and complain, but not do anything about their current situation. But on the other end, on the other spectrum of things, I saw a lot of people not complaining and a lot of people finding the will to win and the will to make it happen. And so I was going to get really negative and just say, you're really not that serious if all you do is complain the whole time and you didn't hit the weights one time or you didn't do any at-home workouts or you didn't do any exercise. You're truly not that serious. You're just a complainer. So that's my little bit of negativity. And my little bit of positivity is that, okay, you know what? Everybody's going to complain about something. And if you're somebody who complains and complains and complains about your situation, but you don't do anything about it, that is the definition of insanity. But those who found a way, those who had the will to win and the desire, that deep down desire to make it happen no matter what, those are the people who are going to find success. And those are the people who are going to see themselves making strides and gains in all areas of their life, not just physically. So shout out to both spectrums. If you wanted to take this time and relax and be away from the gym, that's great. But if you complained about it and you took that time, really dive within yourself and figure out, okay, well, if you're not going to change, why complain? And that's what I feel is like, why complain about something unless I'm going to take emotional and spiritual responsibility for my actions and who I am and what I do daily. That's the first step. So that brings me into today's podcast is gratitude, man. And if you've been away from the gym and you've finally been able to train back at a corporate facility and you finally have access to this facility, oh man, it feels so good, right? And that feels so good feeling is gratitude. And we should always express this attitude of gratitude. We should embody this gratitude within ourselves, not just about the gym, but in life. But for the specifics of this podcast, the attitude of gratitude for a gym facility. How many times have you missed a workout because you were too tired or you didn't feel up to it, or you'll just do it tomorrow because you believe that tomorrow will be there? Well, tomorrow hasn't happened yet and tomorrow isn't promised. So you better live in the now and be grateful for what you have now and capitalize on the opportunity, because you can't get back today. You can't make up today tomorrow. And so if you've ever found yourself, because I know I've skipped workouts. I know I said, oh, I'll hit it another day. I know I'll go again. But all of a sudden, you don't know what you got until it's gone. I love that saying. You don't know what you have until it is gone. And once it's gone, you're sitting there freaking out like, man, thinking about all the times maybe you're living in a little bit of regret. You're like, man, all the times I should have been hitting the weights, and here I am taking this opportunity to better myself for granted. And we do that in our lives. We take for granted the relationships that we have with our friends and families that are fruitful and positive. And we're always finding ourselves maybe in negative situations and chaotic ones, and we neglect the people who truly love us. And we take for granted our health. And we take for granted that we have running water and we have food to eat. And we take for granted that we have hot showers. And we take for granted we have a bed to sleep in and a roof over our head. We take for granted that we have this freedom to roam and hike and go into the ocean and explore. We take for granted all these things. And now I feel that what this has most shown and taught me, this whole developing situation amongst all, is to never take anything for granted. To always be grateful and lead with gratitude. You're not going to be perfect. There's going to be some times that you do take things for granted, but if you can live and embody that gratitude, that spirit of being thankful each and every single day, waking up and saying, thank you, universe. I'll be driving all the time in my car, and life will just hit me, and I'll be like, oh, man. Whew. I'll take a couple deep breaths, and I'll almost begin to cry. I'll almost begin to cry because there's something that embodies my spirit, embodies my soul, that says, man, life is fucking great. Do you feel that? Do you feel your body? Do you feel the blood pumping through your veins? Do you feel your heart pumping, your soul and your spirit speaking to you? Do you feel that? Do you feel that wind coming through that window and going across your face? It feels so good. Do you feel that amazing? Can you hear that amazing music enter your ears and fill you up? And I'm incredibly grateful when I'm driving. I always feel that I'm most grateful when I'm driving, because it gives me a time to really find that connectivity with myself. It has something to do with that kinetic energy that you're creating when you're driving down the road, with the rubber meets the pavement, and you're operating this vehicle. But we are all operating a flesh vehicle in our own lives. We are consciousness. Consciousness is boundless. There's no limits to consciousness. We are just consciousness in a flesh vehicle. When the body dies, which it will at some point, we all die, the body dies, the consciousness goes on forever. And whatever your beliefs are, whatever your religious beliefs are, or whatever you feel happens after death, I believe that when you die, the body secretes DMT, consciousness leaves the body, the spirits leave the body, and the spirits live, and consciousness is ever fluid and forever. Because it's like, have you ever met soulmates? Have you ever met soulmates that are not just women or a man? Have you met soulmates that are the same gender? Have you met people that in your life that you're like, man, you remind me of a lot like this person? That's what we got to begin to understand, is consciousness is so ever fluid, and we're more like each other than we want to believe. And we have to be grateful for this opportunity to be in this flesh vehicle. We must be grateful for this opportunity to be the operator and the captain of our ship, and take responsibility for the ship that we are sending. And we are all traveling in space. People want to go to space, but we are in space. Could you imagine being on the moon looking at Earth? You'd be like, man, I wonder what's going on there. We are in space. We're all floating, and we're all traveling through space at thousands of miles an hour. And we're all flesh vehicles, rocket ships rather, consciousness ships, captained by consciousness. And it's our it's our obligation and it's our moral responsibility to live in this space of peace. It's our moral obligation and our responsibility to live in this place of gratitude and to be thankful for this opportunity and not want to escape this life. Not want to escape this life because there's still so much beauty regardless of what's going on in the world. There's so much love. There's so much passion. There's so much abundance. There's so much limitless potential that we all can tap into. And that's what I want to deliver on your Monday message. This is a motivational Monday message. And if this doesn't get you fired up, if you breathe in and you can feel the lungs, and you can feel your lungs expand, and you can feel your heartbeat. And I got sweat dripping down my forehead, and I can feel the blood pumping through my body each and every day. I say thankful. I say thank you. I say thank you, universe, or you could say thank you to God, or you could say thankful to Allah or Buddha or whoever you pray to. I say thank you, universe. Thank you, source, for granting me this opportunity to live out another 86,400 seconds, to squeeze out every single bit of experience that this moment, this present moment, is allowing me to be able to dive into. Thank you. Thank you. Because tomorrow isn't promised and all I have is right now. So I'm going to make the most of right now. I'm going to be the best that I can be in a relaxed state of body that allows me to produce freely, free of stress. I'm in ease. It's effortless. And that's what I feel the message should be, is have that gratitude. If you find yourself becoming separated and you find yourself overwhelmed and anxious and in this body that's tight and rigid and tense, relax and breathe. Deliver and root yourself and be your best self here in the now and today. That is your Monday motivational message, baby. I'm fired up. This is the most fired up I've been, and I wanted to deliver my best, and I connected to Source, and I delivered my absolute best today. Sometimes it comes out a little bit rocky at first, but I feel we always find the way to deliver the message in the end. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, you can stay in the know on my Instagram at MorInTheKnow. That's MorinTheKnow. morintheknow.org to find all the podcasts, as well as take advantage of a free 20-minute coaching call. If you find yourself overwhelmed, unorganized, and you want to get yourself rooted, you're a business owner, you want to root yourself and be able to produce during these challenging times, I will show you exactly a method and a system how you can produce guilt-free in a relaxed state of body during these challenging times in a 20-minute free coaching call. Please sign up on my website at morintheknow.org. And as always, behind me, some of the market's highest quality products with the best raw ingredients, top-of-the-line manufacturing procedures, Field Supplements. That's ran by my pops and I, Wayne Morin. Shout out to you, Dad, up there in Montana. At fieldsupplements.com is where you can purchase. Use code FUELED20 and stay fueled on Instagram at Field Supplements. I love you guys. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's share this light, love, and positivity, baby. Let's keep this gains train, the spiritual gains train rolling. Have a beautiful Monday.